I think most of y'all finished the meal, maybe wrapping up some dessert and the coffee, but we'll go ahead and get started. And we're right on time. First of all, I hope you enjoyed your meal. Wasn't it a great Marcy Moore and her company was just lovely. One of the highlights, if not the highlight, of our annual golf party is the Golfer of the Year award. This award was instituted last year, and its first recipient, sitting right over there, Mr. Robert Falk. We don't have a green coat or anything for you to wear, but he was the first recipient, and we're very proud of that. I'd like to say just a few words about the award itself before we get to the recipient. Number one, this is an award that is voted on by the membership. Secondly, it's an individual who has made the greatest contribution to the group, not only by his play, but by a display of Christian character and conduct. Competitiveness, of course, comes into play, but that is not the major determinant. It is the individual that, in the eyes of the group, upholds the high traditions of the game. I know when we're out there slugging it around in the sand, I think we have high traditions, but we do. And we respect this great game of golf. And lastly, it goes to the individual who, by life and testimony, has been an inspiration to the group. And this year, by an overwhelming vote, the award goes to James Regal. This award, of course, is being made posthumously. So I'm going to ask Clyde Regal, his brother, to come up and accept the award, and then I want to say a few words about James, and I'll turn it over to Clyde. It's a beautiful little trophy engraved with Germantown Seniors Player of the Year 2014, James Regal. Before we just stay there a moment, I want to say just a few words about James. And it wasn't hard putting these remarks together. I spent a good time with James, had many occasions to not only golf with him, but to visit with him and talk with him. So I'm going to say a few words about him. Number one, he was admired, he was liked and respected by everybody I know. I'd often thought if somebody had a problem with James, they were the problem. And that is the truth. That's how James was. He was enormously competitive. When I was scheduling the golf, I tried to work him onto my team as often as I could, but I got forced to pass him around a little bit. But every time I could slip him in on my team, I did that. He had a great sense of humor. I was sharing with Clyde earlier. Clyde, a year ago in November, had a tendon tied in his shoulder and rotator cuff surgery, and then he had a sling on, which immobilized his arm. And James came up to me and said, "I have something to confide to you." And I said, "What's that?" He says, "I can now hit the ball farther than Clyde can." He got a big kick out of Clyde's a long hitter, as you probably know. Despite James, he was a self-effacing individual. Despite his popularity, he always shunned the spotlight. And he was a faithful and loving husband to his wife Gwen, who's still in a medical facility. I have enormous respect for those who give care to those who are in deep need of care, and that's the condition of his wife. He fed her, he stayed with her, he ministered to her, took wonderful care, and I believe to the detriment of his own health. He was there just about every opportunity. In my lifetime, I've known a couple of men that when their wives got seriously ill, they left them. Now, I've often thought, how could somebody do that? Not with James. He was so faithful in her care, and it made a marked and lasting impression on me. I had the privilege to minister to James several times during his last days. Went over to hospice and would minister the Word of God and pray with him. But I will tell you, while I went over to minister to him, it seemed like the reverse always came about. He's the one that ministered to me. He bore his suffering with such grace and dignity, just a remarkable testimony. And I never left him, but I left him on a high. That's how good he made me feel. Never a victim mentality, never why me. But he was always pleasant and always just praising the Lord through it all. And it just spoke volumes. Well, I could say much more about James. I'm not going to do that in the length of time that we have. And besides that, there are no words that would adequately describe, give a suitable tribute to James, or convey the high esteem in which he was held by all of us. So I'm so glad that he is the recipient of this year. And I remember the Bible words that came to mind as soon as I heard of James' homegoing. The words popped in my mind, how the mighty have fallen. And that was true of James. So Clyde, we're so proud to be able to recognize James in this respect, and I hope that trophy will be a lasting memory for you.
Thank you, Jim. Well, needless to say, I accepted poor James and his family with pride, because I just have an idea of what it would mean, what it meant to him, to receive this, and certainly the words that Jim mentioned. This is pretty much the way the family felt too. He's always been that kind of person. But I want all of you to know, though, just how much you meant to him. Because, those 3 years, these last 3 years of his life were just so difficult. With the Alzheimer's and last stages and just totally out of it. But the golf group was a thing that was uplifting, to him. And just meant so much. And so I wanted you all to know that it wasn't just a one-way street, that you uplifted him. And this presentation and this evening will be presented to my family. We have our Christmas dinner this Friday night. And we'll be coming in from all of the southeast. He has still 3 brothers and 3 sisters that'll be in, and their families. And we'll be going to James's house, which will be a little strange for us, but his daughter, one of the daughters, is in the house now. And so this video, in fact, my daughter is recording all of this, the setting as well as the presentation, and so we'll show it to our family. And it's a hard time still for our family, but this will be a way of sort of uplifting them and showing a little bit more the meaning of his life, his contribution beyond what they've seen. But thanks again so much for giving him this award and what you meant to James.
All right. Thank you, Clyde. I said that's a highlight of our party, but I still got a highlight for you remaining. I heard this group called My Brother's Sister. That's Taylor and his sister Beth, and then Robbie and Tracy are the parents. But we were at a restaurant called Sweet Peas in Olive Branch. I don't know if you've heard about it. I was in there. At least I think it was a Saturday night when I was there, and they blew us away. I don't worry about hyping them up too much because they can deliver no matter what I say. So it's my great privilege to introduce to you my brother and sister, Taylor and Bethany Pope. And we're going to sing one song together before we said we've got to get our oar in the water somewhere. So we're all going to sing a song together, just one verse. so that we allow them the rest of the time for their entertainment. Just fire up when you're ready. Now remember, this is not their solo, this is the groups singing here.
If for some reason the sound is really, really too loud for y'all, let me know, I'll try to adjust it. It's just kind of hard with the high ceilings in here to get it perfect or right. And of course, we all have different ears.
Check, check, check. Okay, we're gonna do the group sing. We're gonna all join and sing Jingle Bells. See if I can start off in a good key. Jingle, let's see. Jingle. You start off.
Jingle bells, jingle bells,
jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh.
All right. Now, they've got the rest of the evening, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Look forward to it.
First off, thank y'all so much for having us this evening. And we're going to start off with a number, and my mom's been asking me to learn this one for a long time, so we decided to do this one tonight called Run, Run, Rudolph. Do a little sound adjustment here.
Christmas tree, let Christmas
Thank y'all so much.
Jesus, sunshine, winding through the trees like a burning wind. I don't mind now knowing what lies down the tracks, 'cause I'm looking ahead. He got my from turning back. It's not the first time I found myself alone and gone. If I really had it once, then I had it when I'm gone. We're so blown away, going lonesome in my mind, going beyond the never-ending melody line. Cigarette, Jesus, sunshine, I've been winding through the trees like a burning wind. I don't mind now knowing what lies down the tracks, 'cause I'm looking ahead. Keep my mind from turning back. Sunshine through the open box car door, lying in my mind with the things I know before. I'm all scared of the hours, days and nights. The rhythm of the rails keeps the motion in my mind. Cigarette, Jesus, sunshine, I've been winding through the trees like a burning wind. I don't mind now knowing what lies down the tracks, 'cause I'm looking ahead. Keep on turning back, 'cause I'm looking ahead. Keep my mind from turning back.
Thank y'all so much. Now I'm going to do a Johnny Cash number for you. This is called Ring of Fire. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Now, my wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. See if we can get a trumpet. The taste of the street when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you. learned just the other day. Haven't performed anywhere yet, so y'all are going to get to be the first ones to hear this one. Hopefully we know it, you know. few more Christmas songs for you. This one's called The Angel's Cry. They came from near, they came from far, following the distant star to where you lay. I've been sure of what it meant, the lonely winds never seemed. They made their way, and the creatures gathered round and didn't make a sound. And the angels cried.
Angels knew it was to come, the reason God
song, a really fun Christmas song. It's one that Buck Owens did. Let's see if y'all recognize it. Well, Santa looking up like Daddy, or Daddy looking up like him. It's not the way I had any picture. Santa was much too thick. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Santa looking up like Daddy, Daddy looking a lot like him. And the dollhouse fast sleeping, and dollhouse tucked in bed. And every morning I come peeping, and I hear what was said. Santa put his arm around Mama, and Mama put her arm around him. So Santa Claus ain't Daddy, and I'm gonna tell him. Well, Santa looking like Daddy, or Daddy looking like him. It's not the way I had a picture. Santa wasn't much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney. Mama must have let him in. Santa looking like Daddy, Daddy looking like him. And I never saw next present. I never heard the sleigh bells ring. I never saw the red dirt train like they show on the TV screen. But she brought a lot of presents. Santa Claus must have been, and sure looking up like Daddy, Daddy looking up like him. Well, Santa looking up like Daddy, Daddy looking up like him. It's not the way I had you picture. Santa wasn't much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney. Mama must have let him in. Santa looking up like Daddy, Daddy looking like him. Santa looking up like Daddy, Daddy looking like him. Okay, here's one we actually worked it up. I think wasn't it last night? It's kind of a last minute deal, but we're going to do it for you tonight. This one's called Blue Christmas. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same deal if you're not here with me.
And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas so quiet. But I have a blue, 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 blue Christmas.
You'll be doing alright. Your Christmas song.
But I have a blue, 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 blue Christmas. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas so quiet.
called Hound Dog. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, just right on time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, just right on time. You ain't never caught a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, just right on time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, just right on time. Senator. In 1814 took a little trip along